Thank you and good morning and welcome to the Land Use and Livability Subcommittee meeting of November 18th. I am joined by the Vice Mayor and Councilman Garcia, and we hope to see Councilwoman Williams shortly. So the first item is call to the public. Do we have anyone?
We do not, Chairwoman, have anyone signed up for call to the public.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So the next item is approval of minutes for the September 16th, 2020 meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. The ayes have it. It passes unanimously. The next item is approval of the minutes of the special Land Use Livability Subcommittee meeting, which was held on September 30th. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
A second? Thank you.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. The ayes have it. It passes unanimously. We have one we have one consent item. And let's see, are there any? I thought there was a speaker. I'm sorry, I'm having to read my notes from my cell phone. I apologize.
Chairwoman, we only have speakers signed up for items 5, 9, and 10.
Okay, thank you. I'm having a hard time reading this. I'm sorry. I think I need new glasses. Okay, so does anyone have any comments on the consent, or should we move to information items? I need a motion for the consent.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. The ayes have it. It carries unanimously. The next items are for information only, and that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we actually do have a speaker for item 5, so let's go ahead and hear that. Speaker, thank you.
Yes, the speaker on item 5 is Dalen Rogers. I'm sorry, they're not on the line.
Okay, well then, do any of the subcommittee members want to discuss any of the info items, or are we good? Hey, it appears we're good, so why don't we move on to, okay. We'll move on to item 9. That's Cindy Stotler.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee. With me,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing an echo.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute myself.
I'll try this again. Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee. With me at the table is Deputy Housing Director Angela Duncan, and we are very pleased to present you with an update on the implementation of the Choice Neighborhoods Grant, and following that, a request for approval of another housing option for some of our Choice Neighborhoods public housing residents. In July 2018, the City of Phoenix was awarded a $30 million Choice Neighborhoods Grant from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. This grant, along with $190 million in leverage, is allowing us to transform and revitalize the Edison Eastlake community. Next slide, please. Located approximately 1 mile east of downtown, this community contained the largest concentration of public housing in the state of Arizona and suffered decades of disinvestment, crime, and blight. This grant aims to deconcentrate poverty by redeveloping with mixed-income housing and offering public housing residents choices in their new housing. At the end of the 6-year grant, we will have demolished 577 units of obsolete public housing and built back over 1,000 units of mixed-income, affordable, and market-rate housing. With the three focus areas of housing, neighborhood, and people, Choice Neighborhoods provides the means for transforming not only public housing, but also creating state-of-the-art amenities in the surrounding neighborhood and improving the residents' lives. This year, working with local firm Norris Design and our co-developer Gorman and Company, we completed a comprehensive master plan for the community. This plan received a Master Plan Award at this year's American Planning Association State Planning Conference. I'd like to show you a wonderful video created for this award ceremony that captures the scale and the scope of this community transformation.
The Edison Eastlake Community Master Plan will shape the future of this culturally rich East Phoenix neighborhood for generations to come. It is the result of a strategic collaboration between a diverse set of partners fully invested in Phoenix's future. Located east of downtown Phoenix, this 50-acre project replaces 577 outdated public housing units with over 1,000 new public housing and market-rate multifamily homes. The property sits adjacent to the city's light rail line and will play a key role in revitalizing the area between downtown Phoenix and downtown Tempe. Input from the City Council and several City of Phoenix departments led to a forward-thinking and truly cohesive plan. Multiple community meetings ensured that Edison Eastlake residents were able to have their voices heard and their ideas built in. The planning team leveraged the 2015 Phoenix General Plan, the Eastlake Neighborhood Plan, and the Transit Overlay District Plan. This was also the first project in Phoenix of its scale to utilize the recently adopted Walkable Urban Code. This formed the vision for a dynamic, social, and safe neighborhood designed to improve pedestrian safety, mitigate nuisances, promote public health, and decrease automobile dependence. A slow street concept utilizing VUNERVs and perpendicular roads, redesigned as festival streets, calm traffic, promote walkability, and encourage community gathering. Celebrating the site's history was a high priority, so Edison Park was redesigned to include an activity hub with custom features and colors that evoke the neighborhood's heritage and values. With the master plan agreed upon and underway, the efforts of the entire project team have been proven effective and serve as a model for other jurisdictions in Arizona. Phase 2A, known as Harmony 1, is already moving into the site planning stage, and the future of this vibrant Phoenix neighborhood is once again on the rise.
Thank you. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to Angela Duncan, who is leading the Choice Neighborhoods implementation, and she'll tell you about what's currently underway in Edison Eastlake.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee. As you head east on Roosevelt between 16th Street and 20th Street, you will notice a lot of construction activity. As you can see from this aerial view, there are 4 active and planned construction projects just in this area. Contributing to the dramatic neighborhood change along Roosevelt are the construction of the Edison Park Activity Hub, a new gathering place for the neighborhood, construction of the Lafferty Development apartment community called The Imperial, which will provide 140 units of new workforce housing that is being constructed using Opportunity Zone financing. It will be completed in February 2021. The Edison Impact Hub, which is an upcoming historic renovation from a vacant blighted building into a community and resident services center. And finally, Saluna, the first phase of Choice Neighborhoods housing development. Saluna is the first Choice Neighborhoods mixed income housing development in the Edison Eastlake community. At 4 stories, this community will be a striking change along that stretch of Roosevelt. When complete, Saluna will have 177 units ranging in size from 1 to 5 bedrooms. Saluna was named by the residents in the community, combining the Spanish words sol and luna. Currently, there are 3 buildings with framing complete, and the exterior is starting to be prepped for stucco. Windows are currently being installed, so the buildings are really taking shape. Once completed, Saluna will be a modern community with amenities such as a community room, playground, computer lab, and resident services office. The northeast corner will serve as the gateway to the neighborhood and will incorporate public art and shade into an art plaza. We have also finished relocating the 230 households from the Frank Luke Homes property, and it is now completely vacant and fenced. Relocation options for residents include other public housing sites, the Housing Department's affordable housing properties, or a Section 8 housing choice voucher. When the new units are ready, relocated residents have the first right to return to the new unit of their choice, or they can choose to stay where they are relocated. Frank Luke Homes was built in the early 1940s, and it is an iconic post-World War II design that includes single-story bungalows built with concrete block and lots of open space. Because of its age and outdated design, these units are now obsolete. We will begin demolition of this 80-year-old property next month. The next phase of housing development, called Harmony at the Park, will be constructed on the Frank Luke Homes site starting in the second quarter of 2021. Harmony will consist of 235 units, 1 to 5 bedrooms, as well as community space and festival streets to improve walkability. In addition to Harmony at the Park, this site will also include a linear park stretching from Via to Polk Street and 44 units of homeownership townhomes. The linear park will include open green space with walking paths, tot lots, and shade trees. Next month, the new Edison Park Activity Hub will be unveiled. The Activity Hub was an idea that was generated by residents who wanted a flexible event and gathering space in Edison Park. Residents have been involved throughout the design process. The Activity Hub will provide 3 custom shade ramadas, green turf, and plenty of seating options. It will also include an event stage for residents and community groups to use for fairs, farmers markets, and other events. Art and vibrant colors have been incorporated into the design. The grand opening is scheduled for December 10th. The Edison Impact Hub will bring the historically significant Crippled Children's Hospital back to its former glory. A design team is currently working on restoration of the historic frontage and a complete remodel of the interior. When this project is complete, families and individuals will have services and programs within walking distance of their homes. The Impact Hub will provide access to health, education, and economic growth opportunities from our nonprofit partners, including a medical clinic, behavioral health services, flexible classroom and office space, a commercial demonstration kitchen, and a small business development center. Edison Eastlake is a walking community, and safely crossing Roosevelt Street was a significant concern of the residents. With community and school district input, a new high-intensity activated crosswalk, or HOC, was installed at Roosevelt and 18th Streets with the assistance of the Street Transportation Department. The HOC is adjacent to the Edison School and will allow school children walking from the north side of Roosevelt a safer crossing, as well as allow residents walking from the south safer access to the grocery store at 16th and Roosevelt. A very important aspect of the Choice Neighborhoods Grant is community engagement. Residents must have a say in all of our implementation activities. We have kept engagement going during relocation and construction so we don't lose that connection with our residents. During the last 2 years, we have facilitated over 170 events and meetings that have been attended by over 4,300 residents. Workshops have focused on health and wellness, public safety, job attainment, and education, while meetings have been facilitated to solicit feedback on designs and amenities. New services such as a free mobile spay and neuter clinic have been brought in. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have adapted to provide virtual, outdoor, and small group workshops, still focusing on allowing residents to have input and provide feedback on all of our activities. Finally, the Aeroterra Community Center, which is located inside of the Edison Eastlake community, was designated by HUD as the first Envision Center in Arizona. This center offers all community residents support and programming in character and leadership, education, health and wellness, and economic empowerment. On June 16th, Housing hosted HUD Secretary Ben Carson for a site visit to the Aeroterra Envision Center, which included Mayor Kate Gallego and other local dignitaries. The Envision Center was one of only 2 stops during his visit to Arizona this summer.
Thank you, Angela. It's exciting to see all of the activity that's going on in this neighborhood only 2 years into this grant. As I said earlier, Choice Neighborhoods provides the means for community revitalization with mixed-income housing to deconcentrate poverty. A key benefit from the Choice Neighborhoods grant is the opportunity to transform from underfunded public housing model to a more sustainable Section 8 project-based voucher program. With this grant, we are replacing 577 units of obsolete public housing with an equal number of Section 8 project-based voucher units. In the Edison Eastlake community, we are building 427 units with the Section 8 project-based vouchers as part of the grant. That new construction will also include 382 affordable and 202 market-rate units to provide a true mixed-income community of over 1,000 units. As part of the deconcentration effort, 150 of those new project-based voucher units will be located outside this neighborhood in other high-opportunity areas of the city. This provides our public housing residents the chance to leave their neighborhood if they want, to be closer to jobs or schools or desirable amenities and still pay the same amount of rent. We currently have a great opportunity to include 75 of these vouchers in the redevelopment of Deck Park Vista apartments. This redevelopment of Deck Park Vista meets all site and neighborhood standards for an area of opportunity as defined by HUD. It is in a prime location at 3rd Street and Moreland in Roosevelt Row, a nationally recognized art district and highly desirable downtown neighborhood. It is close to light rail, Hance Park, a full-service grocery store, jobs, and the downtown entertainment district. Existing Edison Eastlake public housing residents will have the first opportunity to move into these 75 voucher units at Deck Park as one of their relocation options. With the addition of these vouchers, Deck Park Vista will have a total of 216 units of new, affordable, and workforce housing that will serve households at 30% to 80% of area median income. So today we are requesting the Land Use and Livability Subcommittee recommend the Assisted Housing Governing Board and City Council approval to allocate 75 Section 8 project-based vouchers to the Deck Park Vista redevelopment project to serve as the Choice Neighborhoods off-site replacement units. And that concludes our presentation. I'm happy to take any questions you may have.
Thank you, Cindy. I will tell you, I actually went to the virtual state Arizona Planning Conference this year, and I got to see you win that award. That was very exciting. Are there any questions or comments from the subcommittee members? Oh, and by the way, we are now welcoming Councilwoman Williams to the subcommittee. And Councilman Garcia, I see you turned on your camera. That means you want to talk.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank Cindy, and it's been amazing in the year and a half that I've been here to see the growth and how it's coming to fruition. Obviously supportive of this and really excited to see the new construction and everything that's happening. So just want to thank staff and you know, super proud that it's in District 8 and that we're going to be able to do all these wonderful things. So thank you.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. And the Vice Mayor, I see you raising your hand.
Thank you. Yes, I also want to thank Cindy. It's an amazing project. I think it's going to be wonderful once all of this is completed. Love seeing like the workforce housing and everything that's being done here and how comprehensive it actually is. It's going to be such a great thing for District 8 and for all the residents there. And congratulations to everyone, and thank you so much for everything you guys do. Thank you.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have such a great staff, and especially Cindy Stotler. I've known her for years, and she's a dynamo. We're lucky to have her. So, any other comments? Can I get a motion then?
Chairwoman, we did actually have a member of the public wishing to speak, Walt
Oh,
Gray.
I apologize. Thank you, Matt.
Mr. Gray,
I apologize.
are you on the
Mr.
line?
Gray? Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. I have a couple comments. You know, I know it's the theory is that if you split up the poor, they'll be better off. I don't agree with that. The poor have the best common sense, the best logic, the best nonpartisanship, and the best objectivity. So I think at this point, it doesn't seem that you're providing jobs or job training for the people who are being in these Section 8 housing units or other types of subsidized housing units. If Deck Park is going to be used, what is the jobs plan for that area to match the deck park with the jobs in that area? And the same thing in Edison Eastlake. What are the jobs with all these mixed housing units and things of that? What are the Section 8 people's jobs to improve themselves? This program still, and I don't blame the city, it's federal policy and all that sort of stuff, but you know, you have to use some common sense. That's why I know you involved the community. That was very good. I know you have a good staff, but are you providing enough jobs for the residents? That's the main failure of the city of Phoenix. Working with state government and other units. Providing jobs in the inner city so people can elevate themselves naturally and not have to go through all this high cost relocation, redevelopment kind of stuff. And you're faced with the same thing in the St. Luke's area. So I question if you really consulted those people about. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other comments, or are we ready for a motion? Okay, can I get a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 The ayes have it. It carries unanimously. Thank you. We go on to item 10, which is another presentation from Cindy and her staff dealing with the Housing Phoenix Plan update.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee. With me at the table now is Sherry Boucher, Affordable Housing Advocate. In June of this year, you all approved the Housing Phoenix Plan. That plan includes a goal to create or preserve 50,000 homes by 2030 and 9 policy initiatives to help us reach that goal. Pardon me. Today, we are pleased to provide you with an update on our progress towards implementing the plan, and we will be asking for your approval of our recommendations for redevelopment of city-owned land for affordable housing. We published our first quarterly report in October, and I'm going to use that report format to review our progress with you. Our first initiative was to prioritize housing in areas of opportunity. This involves creating a scoring matrix to be used for zoning cases that prioritizes projects that align with the city's objectives and encourages affordable housing development in high opportunity areas. Working with planning and development, a draft matrix has been completed, and we are testing the scoring with current affordable housing projects. Much of the scoring involves distances to bus stops, light rail, schools, hospitals, job centers, etc. Planning and development is currently working on automating the scoring using their GIS system. We are also working closely with planning and development and making progress on the second initiative to amend the zoning ordinance to facilitate more housing options. Initiative 3 involves redeveloping city-owned land with mixed-income housing, and Sherry will be talking about our recommendations for this later in the presentation. Initiative 4 is about partnerships. We know we can't do this alone. The private sector has recognized the need for affordable housing and have created their own solutions for funding. We have been working closely with business and healthcare groups who are creating non-governmental affordable housing funds, such as Home Matters Arizona and the Arizona Housing Fund. Business leaders of these programs are also identifying sources of low-interest lending for affordable housing developers. We will continue to work with these groups to align their grants and funding with the goals in the Housing Phoenix Plan. Initiative 5 provides assistance with building codes, plan review, permitting, and infrastructure costs. Working closely with planning and development, we have a development team identified and a pilot project for the infrastructure fund. Initiative 6 looks to increase affordable housing developer representation on boards and commissions like village planning committees, planning commission, and the Development Advisory Board. We are working with the mayor's office to create a checkbox for affordable housing developers so that can be known when everyone is reviewing the applications for appointments. This change will be implemented by the end of this year. Initiative 7 includes preserving existing housing stock. We have started to identify land to bank for future affordable housing development, and we have created an exciting pilot community land trust program. A community land trust ensures long-term affordability by maintaining ownership of the land on which a single-family home is built. The community land trust acquires the property, builds or rehabilitates the home, then sells the home to a low-income family. The low-income family only has to mortgage the home, not the land. They pay a nominal rent to the trust while owning the home. When the family decides to move, the trust has the first right to purchase the home at fair market value. That trust will purchase the home, perform any necessary rehabilitation, and sell to another low-income household. Housing has helped create a partnership between our nonprofit Pride Board and the Newtown Community Development Corporation that will become the first ever community land trust projects in Phoenix. Housing will sell 5 vacant scattered sites homes to the Newtown Community Land Trust, and Pride will fund the remodeling of the homes. Newtown will keep the land in their trust and sell the homes to low-income families who will be provided with housing counseling and down payment assistance. In the future, when the families want to sell the home, Newtown will buy it back from them and sell it to another low-income family. This maintains the long-term affordability of the home. The homeowners will keep any equity they've invested and share in any increased home value after the sale. Initiative 7 also includes landlord incentives to encourage participation in the Section 8 program, and we recently had the opportunity to use federal CARES Act funding to create a pilot for this. Starting September 1st, landlords received a $500 bonus for every executed housing assistance payment contract. This is a great benefit during the pandemic because it encourages existing landlords to sign another 1-year lease with their voucher tenants, and it also encourages new landlords to try the program and house voucher tenants during the pandemic. To date, we have made 97 incentive payments for a total of $48,500. 12 of these payments were made to landlords who are new to the Section 8 program. We allocated $500,000 to this program, so we will be doing this well into 2021. Initiative 8, supporting affordable housing legislation, is ongoing, and we are making great progress on the last initiative, an education campaign. We have studied affordable housing campaigns across the nation and have identified some materials that we think will really resonate with Phoenix residents. We will work with the communications office to develop the campaign by the end of this year. We will come back to you in the new year with that campaign and an implementation strategy. Lastly, we are creating a website for the Housing Phoenix Plan to communicate our progress and provide resources for affordable housing. It's still under construction, but it looks like this, and we will post the plan, our quarterly reports, and links to our partners with their affordable housing funds and programs. We're also working on a methodology to count the housing units created or preserved to date to measure our success in reaching the 50,000 homes goal. This count will appear on the website by early next year. And now I will turn it over to Sherry to talk about our recommendations for city-owned land.
Thank you, Cindy. Madam Chair, members of the subcommittee. The third initiative of the Housing Phoenix Plan includes the use of city-owned land for the development of mixed affordable housing and mixed income. Staff have identified single-family and multifamily parcels to be set aside for future housing development. Staff have also established a proposed phasing plan for the first batch of parcels. We have created a strategy to guide the development of city-owned land. The first thing we want to ensure is long-term affordability and a variety of housing options. Single-family homes will have structured, secured, long-term affordability through a community land trust. The housing options selected for each development site will be compatible with the surrounding neighborhood. And larger-scale multifamily projects will be located in commercial areas with comparable height and density. As Cindy mentioned before, part of the third initiative includes identifying city-owned land that is appropriate for housing development. We have reviewed the city's excess parcels with real estate and have selected parcels that would be appropriate for housing development. We're requesting to set aside these parcels for potential future development of affordable or mixed income housing. Parcels within each council district were reviewed with the associated council person. District 3 includes several parcels off of Dunlap and 7th Street, including a few scattered single-family parcels and 2 larger clusters near the Sunny Slope Transit Center. In District 4, we identified 41 single-family sized parcels in the Linwood neighborhood off McDowell and 35th Avenue. District 4 also includes a large project site off Central in Columbus. In District 5, we selected 2 underutilized parcels next to Homestead Park off Glendale and 27th Avenue. District 5 also includes a large parcel off of Dunlap and 19th Avenue. In District 7, we identified a few larger sites off Central and Broadway, as well as 3 small clustered lots. In District 7, we also identified an existing housing site and adjacent vacant land off Van Buren and 5th Avenue. District 8 includes several scattered single-family lots and a larger cluster of parcels along the Four Corners area at 24th Street and Broadway. District 8 also includes the redevelopment of existing Section 8 office and parking lot off Jefferson and 9th Street, and 1 single-family parcel in Edison Eastlake. We're still working with council districts to identify parcels that would be ideal for the co-location of housing and an existing use, or underutilized parcels that would better serve the community through affordable or mixed-income housing. If approved, all parcel maps will be posted to the housing's website. We have worked with the affected council districts to identify proper timing. Based on those recommendations, a proposed phasing plan was developed. The phasing plan identifies which sites will be released for redevelopment through an RFP in the next 5 years. Staff will return to obtain council approval prior to the release of each RFP. The first phase will occur in 2021 through 2022 and will include 4 projects, 2 single-family infill projects and 2 larger sites. Additional details to follow. Phase 1 projects in District 8 include a larger site off 16th Street and Broadway that would be ideal for single-family attached, such as townhomes, duplexes, or triplexes for affordable homeownership. The second project is a single-family lot in Choice Edison Eastlake neighborhood. That could be released as a demonstration project requesting alternate construction methods such as 3D printing as a method of developing affordable homeownership opportunities. Phase 1 parcels in District 4 include 41 vacant single-family sized parcels in the Linwood neighborhood that can potentially be developed using a community land trust model for affordable homeownership. The final project in Phase 1 is located in District 5 and includes 2 parcels currently owned by the Parks Department that are located next to Homestead Park. The development of these parcels is subject to Parks Board approval. However, the project could potentially be redeveloped to include single-family attached housing for affordable homeownership opportunities in this area. The second phase will occur in approximately 2022 through 2023 and includes 8 single-family infill parcels and 3 larger multifamily redevelopment sites. 1 off of the Four Corners area on 24th Street and Broadway, the second off of Central and Broadway, and the third off of Central and Columbus. The third phase will occur in approximately 2023 through 2024 and includes 3 large project sites that would be ideal for multifamily, affordable, or mixed-income housing. The first includes transit parcels off of Dunlap and 19th Avenue. The second is Ambassador West off of Van Buren and 5th Avenue, and the third includes Section 8 office and parking lot off of Jefferson and 9th Street. That concludes our presentation. We are requesting the Land Use and Livability Subcommittee recommend council approval to set aside the identified parcels for the development of affordable or mixed-income housing and approval of the associated phasing plan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am especially excited about the Community Land Trust pilot program. I hope you keep us apprised of that. It looks like it can be a real winner, a big plus for us. Are there any questions or comments from council subcommittee members? Vice Mayor.
Yeah, no, I think once again, thank you so much for everything. It looks very exciting to see everything that's happening throughout the city. We just had a big project that's gonna be built where the old Kmart was at, and it's very close to this new housing that's gonna be built. So just reassuring the person that called in and made comments in the last one, like there's just a lot of things that are happening on that part of District 5, and it's very exciting to see more housing coming in and all the exciting things that are happening, and just seeing like the puzzle coming together and everyone working together to make these things happen. Again, I'm very appreciative of everything that everyone's doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, and I'm excited about your projects as well because I'm your neighboring district. A lot of good things going on.
That's right.
Any other comments? Yes, Councilman Garcia.
Yeah, I want to really recognize and give all the gratitude for taking the risk and doing the community land trust. I think that's a big deal, pushing folks towards home ownership. And I know, Cindy, you've been thinking about this. So anything you need from us that can support that type of work and those type, I don't want to call it a risk, but it is. And figuring out the processes of when people want to sell it back or not to make sure that it's maintained with the use that we're intending is amazing. So again, all gratitude today. So thank you all so much.
Great. Any other comments? It's always nice when we have a positive meeting, right? So can I get a motion?
Chairwoman, if I could interrupt, I believe Mr. Gray had signed up to speak on this item as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize again, Mr. Gray. Go ahead.
Hello. Thank you, Councilwoman Stark. I hate to rain on your parade. I know it's all positive and everything that's sounding, but all these affordable housing, mixed housing, subsidized housing are in existing areas. They're not near jobs. You're not bringing jobs into South Phoenix or District 5 or District 8, and you're putting the housing there. And so you need to put the housing where the jobs are and put the jobs where the housing is. And you're not doing that. I don't know if you're pushing back. If you let Cindy and her staff develop recommendations for changing policy at the federal level, you'll be much better off. Cindy knows what to do. You're not doing the right thing. And it's because of federal policy and business association special interest effects. So and you should address housing on a regional basis, just like you do homelessness. And you should do that with many other topics, in addition to transportation and economic development. This housing is a regional issue. Transportation is a regional issue. Homelessness is regional. And more of this planning should be done in cooperation with MAG, the American Association of Governments. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. And maybe if I can ask Cindy to talk a little bit about how we interact with MAG, because I think we do on these kinds of issues.
Yeah, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee, we interact with MAG on many levels, regional transportation planning, the homeless, continuum of care, and other grants and regional issues every once in a while. So we do interact with MAG on a regular basis, and also with the state, Arizona Department of Housing, and also other public housing authorities very regularly. So we do have a grasp on what's going on regionally and do discuss issues like that.
Thank you for that, Cindy. So any other comments, or can I entertain a motion now?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much, Cindy. And thanks to your staff as well. We also now have on the agenda call to the public. Has anyone joined us yet to call?
Chairwoman, no, we do not have anyone signed up.
Okay, thank you. And then the last item is future agenda items. Do any of the subcommittee members want to see something on a future agenda? Okay, if not, if you decide, let me know. We'll make sure we get it on. With that, we can adjourn the meeting.
I would like to see, you know, and it's more of a report to see how it's going with the park rangers and with COVID and, you know, with everything that's happening in the parks and with the cases rising. Like, I just would like to see, you know, if there's any support that, you know, the staff needs from us, or, you know, how things are going at the parks with the different programs. Just getting a report on that.
Okay.
Meeting.
That'd be great. That's a great suggestion. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Whoa. Some technical difficulties here. Okay, with that, we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much.